Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first inaugural episode of the Underachievers.
Let's just hear it.
Come on.
This is exciting.
This is good stuff.
We're going to be with you all football season. I think, should we start with some introductions?
Wow.
I wasn't prepared for that. No.
Well, if someone new is tuning in, might not know. I'm Mikey Overs.
Yes, you are.
In case you guys are wondering, I am Mikey Overs.
Yep.
I've never bet an under, but Underachievers, I like the name.
Okay. I like the play on words there. Mikey Overs, Underachievers.
Yes.
I'm Ken's Brooks Bets, dare I say?
Not to be confused with K-E-N-S, K-E-N-Z.
Yes, correct.
People need to know that. And I'm Adam. Shitty at gambling. Dolphins fan. So
What's your favorite color?
That's a great question. Depends what I'm in the mood for. I've been really into like an ultramarine.
Wow. Speaking of ultramarine.
Like it's slightly different than an aquamarine. Okay.
And you were at Hard Rock Stadium this weekend.
That was a segue.
Miami played Notre Dame.
Yes, they did.
You guys got to be boots on ground at some games. Can you guys?
We were boots on ground. Boots on ground in Tallahassee for what ended up being, I'd argue, the game of the week, dare I say.
Yeah, you looked like you had a ball. So
I did have a ball. We did our 3-hour pregame show, 9 to noon in Tallahassee, early morning. We had Bert Kreischer up there. We had a ton of guests. And then we got to watch the game, which was the best part because honestly, I thought Alabama was going to kick their ass, and it seemed that was not the case. But it was way more fun to be in Tallahassee with so many FSU guys that we had. Bryant McFadden, Danny Cannell, even our producer was FSU as well. So that was absolutely a movie. And
it was a good weekend for Florida sports teams.
Yeah, which we don't say often.
Yeah, at all.
Can I ask you if you had the opportunity to?
Wait, guys, this was my BYOL, bring your own leg.
I like the fit,
fans.
by the way.
Thank you.
The fit looks great.
No, vibes
look at all the fans.
Vibes were super high.
Yes.
So I don't like Seminole fans.
This is when I hijacked the DJ stand. I will say, I forced everyone to go out with me. I had to experience the Tallahassee vibe.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. And that's when I stormed the field. That was the first time I've ever stormed a field.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've never been a part of a storming
It was so awesome until you were so claustrophobic in there. That's when I found Bert.
I want to touch Bert's stomach. I was saying that to you before.
I almost did. I almost just reached in there.
He also looks bigger than what I last remember him as. He looks like he's
at that
bloated.
point in the day, he was probably about 12 beers deep. So it was definitely a little swollen.
I will say that is the one part. How do we make beer not bloat the stomach?
Well, and might I say, too, Tom Segura looking thin.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, eyes went straight to the stomach. Wasn't even looking at Tom. For a second, I almost said, is that Tom Segura? But I can't see that far. So,
yeah.
The difference between the two is crazy in that.
Yeah.
I did want to ask you, though, did you get a chance
to chop?
I chopped a little.
It might be my favorite thing about
I didn't want to, but then I was like, oh.
Your arm can't help it, dude. And you just.
No, I won't do it. I won't do it.
It actually did haunt me in my night. I mean, when I tell you it was every 12 seconds, that chomp was happening.
It's too much.
It's awesome.
There's a lot happening.
It is a little overdone in that stadium. That's the one thing I will say. However, they were beating Alabama, so who am I to tell them?
No, that's a time where you should
But it was just constant. I mean, everyone's elbows had to be sore.
Yes, dude.
Miami's is bad though. I mean, it's fun, but Miami they do this, and that's just. I don't want both.
Wait, so what was the vibe at the Hard Rock?
Miami was by far the best atmosphere in my 28 years of existence that I've seen at Hard Rock. Both Dolphins, both Hurricanes. I have never seen a stadium like that electric. I stopped recording because I went for the pictures after this. And again, Hard Rock is not that great of a stadium for a college atmosphere, let alone an NFL atmosphere, because it was built by a real estate mogul. But I've never seen Hard Rock that lit and just insane.
I've never seen that many Miami fans in the Hard Rock.
Me neither. Honestly, me neither.
It's a lot of orange.
And I've said this before in a few episodes. I wish I went to Miami. I was a spring admission, chose not to. Too stupid to get in. But I imagine.
Well, you got in.
Well, spring admission, though. I
don't think it's a great school to be a student at. I think it's. I've heard my friends who've gone there, and it's not a college experience.
Yeah, you're going out, clubbing.
It's something different than a college experience.
Yeah, fair.
Which you can do after college.
But sure. I went to a school that you're stupider to get into, so it's fine. Going to Colorado.
I think the one thing I want to know, you guys were boots on ground at the game. I was at the bar.
Yeah, how was that?
Someone had to do that.
Yeah, well, you guys were having the time of your life, so I was like, you know what, blue collar, I'm just going to go to the bar.
Yeah.
And while I was at the bar drinking, watching the games, wagering on the games, I had a mental debate with myself, and I wanted to ask you guys about it.
You did.
Okay, so I'm at the bar. Everyone's going crazy. By the way, just keep in mind,
Mm-hmm.
we are also watching the Ohio State game to start the day.
Mhm.
I was sitting with our producer, Stryker, and I guess I came off as an Ohio State fan. When Arch threw that pick, I got punched in the back.
Did you?
Probably one of the hardest I've been punched.
What?
in
Good
the
for
back
you.
By an
Good for
Ohio
you.
State fan. Just want to throw this out there, though. Ate that shit.
My boy.
Yeah, I didn't even barely moved. It did jolt me forward, and I was like, "What?"
Well,
was
no, it
that?
should. It's a momentum thing.
Yeah.
You know, like
He was acting like he was at the game, and we were on the field like you guys. But we were
Wasn't on
at
the
a
field, that
bar
was
in
just Ken's.
Florida. And he ended up trying to apologize 2 times. Didn't accept either apology. Just kind of
that's
wouldn't
fucked
make
up.
eye contact with him. Well, I was just
accept it.
Yeah, but I'm an Irish kid. The minute I start drinking beer, it's like Conor McGregor gets inside my brain, and it's like get away from me.
Anger.
But
Just-
you were rooting for
Yeah.
Ohio State, weren't you?
I was. But when you're an obnoxious
So what
fan,
the-
it makes me not want to root for the team, if
Give me
that
a-
makes sense.
All right, ask your
So
question
either
because
way,
I have
yeah,
another
yeah.
question that just came up.
So I was, doing the normal thing. I wanted to ask you guys, if you're watching games, is it a bucket of beers or is it too many cocktails? Because I started the night with 2 buckets of beers, and then you get to the point,
You can't have any more beer.
well, by the 5th beer in the bucket, like the ice keeps it cold,
Mhm.
but the top is off of the
Mhm.
bottle. It's a little flat. It's a little warm.
Mhm.
But then you go the other way, the cocktails, you got to go up to the bar 9 times.
That's the problem
I
that we're
was-
facing there.
I feel like it depends on what you're trying to accomplish during the day. Because for me, it's like if I know that I'm going to be there for a couple hours, I want to probably ease into it. Let's start it off with a cocktail, maybe a little tequila soda, something like ease into it, right? Like an appetizer, right? Then I want a
What
bucket
about
of beers.
liquor is easing it in? So you're gonna be like, yeah, I'll have a beer.
Well, it's clear, first of all. So color just feels more like easier on the stomach. And then by the time maybe halftime rolls around, it's like, let's switch up the vibes. Let's go to beer.
Mhm.
So you follow the classic liquor before beer, you're in the clear.
I tried to be responsible.
Mm.
I didn't yesterday.
I just make a witch's brew.
Uh-huh.
I go, I'll have 2 beers, then I'll have 3 vodka sodas, then I'll have more beer, then I'll do a shot. And I play this fun game where I try to wake up the next morning going, wow, I hate my life.
Yeah.
So were you feeling that yesterday morning?
Oh, yeah.
I woke up this morning. I didn't have the I hate my life moment, but I definitely woke up this morning with crippling anxiety of I don't like the things I put in my stomach last night.
Mm.
There were some ribs, there were some burgers, there were some tequila shots, and there were some beers, and I was not feeling great.
That
So
sounds perfect.
no, it just didn't. I didn't enjoy it.
Well, so I think a lot of people probably woke up yesterday morning with a little bit of anxiety.
Mhm.
One of them, Ty
But
Simpson
we're
on
all in
Alabama.
it together.
Yeah, for sure.
Poor Ty Simpson.
Can we talk college football?
Well, so you were at the game.
Yeah, let's talk college
where
football.
we got one of probably the biggest movers in the Heisman list, I would assume, where Tommy Cassiano started the season saying Alabama's got it coming for him.
Yeah, I think we're about to overreact to our friend Tommy C here. I mean, he threw the ball 14 times. Like that game was one of the trenches, and I think the whole success story of this Florida State team will be in the trenches. Like he's not going to put up those crazy, pretty stat padded numbers that you're going to get from like a Garrett Nussmeier, maybe our good friend John Mateer. Like there's a bunch of guys before him they're going to put up, whether we like it or not. Heisman voters are looking for these crazy numbers.
Well, then who would you say took the biggest leap in after?
Well, my hyper fixation, John Mateer went from 25-1 to the third shortest odds there at 14-1. I will say,
can't do the 14-1s, 25-1s. Just
look, it's.
no, I understand. I understand what it means.
numbers.
I understand what it means. It's
Well,
just
this
like
is all right. Look at Arch at 18.
it's like such a boomer way to talk gambling.
This is the craziest part. Arch starts at plus 700.
Mhm.
Really bad.
By halftime, he's plus 1,000.
I would have taken him off the list completely.
Then he goes 1,300. Then by the end of the game, he's plus 1,800.
Just really bad product out of that
Really
kid.
bad product. And this is when you take him if you want him. It was never if you put your money on him at the shortest odds at plus 700, thinking that's the best price you're ever going to get from this kid, that was wrong.
You could also, if you wanted to take it now, just take that money and light it on fire.
May I ask you guys a question? How do you actually feel about Arch Manning's performance?
Really?
And like that's part one of the question. The second part of the question is, and looking forward to, is he the best quarterback in the class if he were to come out? Like the overreaction of Arch Manning being ass in week 1, I think is nonsensical. I think it's gone way too fucking far.
I don't think he's ass. I think we made the bar so hard for him to exceed.
That's a good.
Like our expectations for that kid was to have like the most perfect game of all time.
Yeah.
And so anything he did that was less, the media was going to come at him.
Yeah.
This was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be, but I did not think it was going to be anywhere near what most people we're expecting of him week 1.
So I think the overreaction, I think he's really bad. And I think it's
Oh, so you think it's justified?
But I don't think that that's an overreaction, if I'm being honest, to say that Arch Manning is bad. I don't think that's an overreaction because, one, I do think you can look at it in the lens on the road, big game, first big game. I think that Ohio State defense is going to be one of the best defenses probably in college football this year, if not putting them up there with all time by the time this year is done. But he was skipping balls. And he was also trying to throw sidearms that were 10 yards above his guys' heads on 3rd and shorts. And just, it felt like he didn't really know what he was looking at a lot of the time. I don't think it's an overreaction to say that he's bad. I do think we set the bar way too high for a team that had never played against a top 25 team. However, I will say, I think he's almost in the best spot you want to be if you're Arch Manning, because now you go from you're every segment on every major network, you're every quarterback that everyone wants to talk about.
It's the Shador shit.
And now you get to build yourself back here, game by game.
So I saw a graphic that I want to bring up. First career start versus a top 10 team. Don't know if you guys saw this. Arch Manning at number 3 Ohio State, Peyton Manning versus number 10 Alabama. First career start versus a top 10 team. Peyton Manning in that first start went 10 of 18, 138 passing yards, 0 TDs, and 2 INTs. Arch Manning, obviously 17 of 30, 170 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. Peyton seems to be pretty damn good.
Worked out pretty well for that guy.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I just think it's gone too far. That's I'm not going to sit here and like dog on Arch Manning. I think it is gone too far.
Both extremes have been bizarre. The preseason extremes were too much. The post week 1 game is also too much, in my opinion.
For sure.
It's a guy who's never started against a top 10 team before.
Yeah. I will say though, what is that? Or I won't say it. I want you guys to say it. Where do you put Texas then in terms of realistic natty odds?
I mean, I think they're far behind the 8 ball. I feel like they have a lot of work to do.
I think you could tell how much they were missing their receivers.
Yeah.
Big time, which I honestly didn't anticipate to look that glaring as it did. I mean, now you have Alabama, who doesn't look awesome, which helps Texas too. I mean, to me, like it depends on the seeding of the playoff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care how good your team is, your power ranking or anything. Once I see the way the playoff is set and your path there, that's literally all I care about.
Well, which I feel like too, by the way, we saw performances from 3 of the best teams in college football that I feel like just blew these Heisman odds way open and kind of blew that race wide open. I don't think the national championship has gotten blown open at all, because I'm sitting here as someone that normally doesn't like taking the favorite.
Yeah.
I don't see how you don't just click Ohio State again. That defense is going to be so good, and I think Julian Sain isn't going to have the problem that Arch Manning is going to have. Or when Arch Manning snaps the ball, he doesn't really have a guy that maybe he's going to go in the first round throwing to. Jeremiah Smith is going to be just fine this year for Julian Sain. And that defense
rocks.
I just like plus 550. I hate clicking the favorite. I would never do it in a Heisman race, but after watching Ohio State, I think it's going to be very hard for someone to knock them off.
I forgot Matt Patricia was the DC. That was fun. Being able to see like an NFL, obviously he was terrible in the NFL as a head coach, but a really good defensive coordinator in the NFL dialing up blitzes in college was sick. It's just sick. But I like Miami, actually. Like if we have to take a long shot.
I reluctantly tell you that, like I was really hoping to go 2-0 on like my anti-ACC train, like LSU winning. That was such a big win for me. Like that's all I talked about all week. Kate Klubnik, I'm like, I don't like him. He cannot beat SEC teams. He's literally never beaten SEC teams. To watch that come to fruition again, rocked. What also rocked, taking Nevada team total
Is
over
it Nevada
6.5.
or Nevada?
I'm a Nevada.
What are you doing?
Nevada?
I
say Nevada, but I'm from Jersey, so we say everything wrong.
We're in the same language class here. But that was my other win of the weekend, over 6.5 points. Disgusting garbage time touchdown, which was what we were hoping for. Point being, love to see LSU take that game. Was really hoping to see Miami go down, but I now have them as the favorite to win the ACC.
Yeah. I just think there's something sexy about a team winning in the trenches. It's just
you were at that
I just
game.
hate to watch Carson Beck.
Yeah, you can hate on Carson Beck all you want.
It's like my ex-boyfriend. You don't want to see him just go off and succeed.
You're a hater. It's fine. Totally fine.
Well, so I mean, let's talk about that for a second, though. Where do you see him in the Heisman race now?
Mean,
because he leaped too.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to bet on Carson Beck to win the Heisman. No, period.
He wasn't like
he didn't do anything. But they didn't ask him to do anything either. To be very clear.
Potential.
But I'd rather, if I'm looking at Miami,
ran.
Yeah.
And I would have done the same thing. Clearly, it was working.
Yeah, it was working.
Just kept running.
Yeah. what wasn't working was giving the ball to Jeremiah Love. They just didn't want to do that at all. So,
which was shocking.
I don't know. I think, like, and we were talking about this off camera, like a Miami front versus that defensive line for Ohio State would be numbers.
Game.
I would love to see that.
That'd be a great game.
I would love to see that. So I think, to me, looking, and I'm a homer with this, but I definitely, to see Miami manhandle Notre Dame up close and win in the trenches, I'm a sucker for trenches.
And that's a trenches team.
I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah. No, it's fair. So you're going Ohio State as your natty winner right now.
I would. I mean,
go with the odds-on
favorite.
I mean,
dude, it's the worst bet ever.
It's also
to be like, I'm taking the favorite.
I don't have enough of a take right now in this current moment that would argue that.
Week 1 though, just ended. Give me a take. Who's winning the national title?
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Ohio State, and I think Jalen Daniels is your Heisman.
Yeah.
Still in on him.
I like that.
I think he could win the Big 12 this year by himself. He looks exactly how he looked 2 years ago before the injury, and he is just the most exciting quarterback to play. And I'm not going to pick a top 10 guy.
No, you shouldn't.
I like it.
I like the long shots. I mean, Jaden Daniels at this point last year was 2 years ago, 25-1. You got to go for the long shot.
You know,
he'll be there. I think Jalen
happened.
Daniels will be in a seat.
Yeah.
He'll be in New York.
Well, what I was going to say is something just happened in my brain where you said Jaden Daniels, and I thought you said Jalen Daniels, and then my brain was freaking out. So,
sorry. I know you have your brain freakouts.
Well, yeah, we got these IFBs in, and I'm hearing myself, and the stimulation is going bonkers right now. So,
for those of you that don't know what that is, little thing so we can hear.
Yep.
It's striker.
Well, now that we've hit Jaden Daniels, let's hit a little NFL, shall we?
Please.
Can we please?
Adam, I mean, the floor is yours.
What floor? How many floors do you want me to stand on? What's the floor? What does it look like? What are we talking about with the NFL?
Probably looks like Micah Parsons.
Probably.
Oh my God.
Did you hear about that trade?
I did see it once on my feed, but
I didn't see it.
I don't know much about it.
I didn't see it.
No.
Micah Parsons being a Green Bay Packer is the coolest thing in the world. It is the coolest thing in the world, because the Green Bay Packers were a team last year, in my opinion, that had they stayed healthy, could easily make a run in the NFC. Like, they gave me the same vibes as the Commanders. Now, granted, in the middle of the season, we were not thinking the Commanders are a team that can make the NFC Championship. But if the Packers can stay healthy, because of how young they are, Jordan Love, what he can do at the ceiling, not the floor is fucking in the basement. But that Packers team was a team that can make a run. And now you add Micah Parsons to that defense. I genuinely believe right now, if it's not the Eagles, the Green Bay Packers are going to the Super Bowl.
Dude, I
thought you were in on the Packers.
No, I'm in on the Packers before Micah went there, because now I think there's going to be a massive overreaction to how good the Packers are going to be. Do you think that Micah Parsons, when you looked at the playoffs last year when they played Philadelphia and got spanked in every way possible, and Jordan Love threw, 3 picks, 2 picks?
Whatever it was.
A gaggle of interceptions. Do you think Micah Parsons now being on that team moves that needle enough to know the Packers go from a round 1 blowout?
Yes.
I will say
Super Bowl.
Yes, yes, I do.
And this is not going to be scary numbers model stuff, but when we typically quarterbacks are the only ones that really move the needle as far as spread when there's trades, injury, whatever. Micah Parsons has made them from 2-point favorites versus Detroit, now 5-point favorites. So he's essentially worth a field goal, which is a lot for a non-quarterback. Relative.
Yeah, that's crazy. What are the Super Bowl winners? Let's see. What are the Packers at? Packers, here we go. Ken's going to be like 13-1.
13-1. There you go. Look at you.
I don't know. When I look at the Green Bay Packers, they are a team right now, if they can stay healthy. Now, granted, Jaden Reed is still in a boot. What's Matthew Golden going to be? Christian Watson on IR, never figured out his hamstring. Josh Jacobs was a bell cow last year. They have an improved offensive line. They have a really good defense. New defensive coordinator, just all the pieces. When you look at the Detroit Lions, the number one thing I feel like people say with the Lions as to why they could take that jump into the Super Bowl is, their defense was obviously injured last year. You got Aiden Hutchinson back. They're going to be healthier. It's the same thing with the Packers. The Packers are now adding Micah Parsons. Yeah. Well, I think the NFC North is by far the best division in football. I don't even think it's close anymore. I just don't. Why are you smiling?
I'm agreeing with you. I just think you're very high on a team that's in that division. They're adding Micah Parsons, who has struggled with health problems, and now they're saying the back might be like your dad's back.
My dad's still kicking.
Never good to put in the same sentence.
My dad is still kicking.
Dude, we're talking. My dad's back too. He's 60s.
But does he get epidurals?
He does not get the epidural.
My dad gets an epidural once a year. That man is still kicking and screaming. Now he's no longer skiing. He's not.
Do you want to say that about your new franchise defensive?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
do what you got to do. Okay. I sent this to you guys when the Micah Parsons trade happened, and I get it. I'm high on the Minnesota Vikings, but I'd like to stake my claim on the Green Bay Packers as my NFC team this year and that's not just because of Micah.
I can't believe you're switching up on your Vikings.
Wait, hold on. Can I be high on multiple teams?
I'm gonna actually not.
No.
I sent you guys videos last year of me talking about the Packers being my team. This is nothing new.
I just can't believe after the way you went to war for the Vikings, there could be nobody else in your tunnel vision.
Well, then
you thought
throwing
purple and gold on Sunday.
I'm gonna throw
I thought you'd have
to keep the gold
Vikings logo tatted on your ass after that conversation.
If I have to, I will. By the way, I'll do it with the Lions as well. I love the NFC North. There's nothing wrong with that.
Big NFC North guy.
Yeah.
I think there's something wrong with that.
Why?
Can't love all of them.
Why?
I do think they are, I think in my head, the winners of this division pretty clearly, I think.
Oh, I don't know about pretty clearly.
However,
Packers?
Why do you think pretty clearly?
I don't know if this moves their needle more towards the Super Bowl.
Oh, it 100% does, dude.
I will say.
The best teams in the NFL have game records. That's a game record. That's a game changer.
Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year.
What is it?
Plus 700.
Okay.
I think.
Sauce Gardner.
My boy. And while you're at it, please find out Chop Robinson, Matthew Judon, Jalen Phillips, or Bradley Chubb. Whatever one has the highest, I want that.
Yeah.
But,
go ahead.
Here's the recipe here. It's your percent chance to win the NFC North and your percent chance to hit double-digit sacks is a lot better than what the plus 700 is implying. From my own crunching of the numbers.
Yeah,
you're getting good value at
so the model
the model would set this closer to like plus 500.
But you take Micah.
Correct.
Not the Packers as a whole. Or the number saying because
I think you take Packers to win the division and Micah Parsons Defensive Player of the Year.
But I'm
just saying he's now in a lot more prime situation.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Award. It's like your team success coupled with your success, and the Cowboys team success part was not right.
I was just about to say, I feel like everyone's at this trade is going, well, how about the Packers? What about the Packers? What about the Packers? What about the team that just willingly said, like you said, game record, game changer. We don't need to pay them.
We have them at a 0.1% chance to win the Super Bowl now.
The Cowboys?
Mm-hmm.
The model is modeling.
That's
0.1. I haven't even seen that.
That's cool.
I think the Cowboys are fine. I think the Cowboys are more than fine. I think the Cowboys are going to be way better than people think this year. If I'm betting numbers and value, not that I'm a numbers and value guy.
It could be.
I don't think the gap this year is as far as people think in terms of the Cowboys competing to win that division with the Eagles. If I were to get some plus chicken on a hopeful full year of Dak Prescott. And I also feel like to the point of if Jerry Jones is really willing to let Micah go, that the Cowboys, again, do we know more than them? I don't know.
Am I the only – I actually love the Cowboys and Jerry Jones trading Micah Parsons. I do. Now, I get the whole world is sitting here saying, like, you're obviously a worse team. Micah is an unbelievable player. If you're going to trade him before the NFL draft or trade him around March, April, even May, where you can actually get some serious assets and open it up. It's like the Luka situation where you only talk to one team and you take whatever they give you. But what have the Cowboys been able to do with the trio of Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott, and CeeDee Lamb? Like, we've seen enough of a sample size to know that regardless of how talented they are, regardless of how good they are, they will not be able to reach the Super Bowl. Period. They just won't. Yeah. We've seen the sample size. I've seen it enough. Trading Micah, getting 2 first-round picks, and I know people are saying, it's going to be a late first-round pick. It might not be anything. It might not, but, like, that just gives you more flexibility. I think you could scheme up a pass rush better than you can find a CeeDee Lamb. Like, you can't find those types of talents. And I think Dak is good enough quarterback. I actually like the move. I think it needed to happen. Obviously, in a perfect world, you keep Micah. I'm not saying that it's not the wrong move from, like, the team in 2025. I just think the Cowboys have not been able to do anything with this trio.
Right.
What they made, like, I think they only made the divisional round. Like, I think that was the furthest and they lost. I think you had to move on, and he was the rightful person to be dealt. He would have.
People get a sour taste in their mouth just because of the timing and like the Jerry ego of being like, I will control
100%
what's going to happen.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Which is fair.
And I do think objectively it is funny that right after Micah walks, you pay a defender. That's just like objectively, like that is just a great. That's a good bit. Like, well, now you have the money to spend, obviously, but I do think just objectively it is hysterical, just being like,
funny.
Yeah, we're gonna pay a defender too. By the way,
I don't really want to put my money on anything like Cowboys team related, I do
like
think George Pickens will have a very awesome year.
I'm looking right now at the screen. I would back up the Brinks truck. On
I love the over.
It's 6.5.
I love the over.
I love that.
I put him at 8 wins.
What? Yeah, 100%.
Shall we go through the win totals?
Yes.
Go through the schedule?
Okay.
Let's break this down.
Hold on.
I'm going to count our wins.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to lose that very quickly.
I got our wins.
Okay.
Let's break this down.
Week 1 at Philadelphia.
Just kidding.
Well, that's not bad at the link.
Here's what I'll say, though. Just about these games in general. I love fading teams that just won the Super Bowl. Just love it.
Yes.
Fair.
Just love it.
Expectation through. By the way, everyone is on
What
Philly.
won't come out of my mouth is telling you that the Cowboys are going to win this game. If you two feel that way, I'm not here to fight you.
I do think the Cowboys win this game, but I think you split.
Decide.
I think you split.
All right,
I think
so we'll give them the win week 1.
No, I think they lose at week 1.
Okay.
All right.
Ring ceremony, I think, or not.
All right, we're 0-1.
0-1.
Versus the Giants.
Win.
I think that's a win.
At the Bears.
3 at the Bears.
I think it's a win still. I
know. Listen, I'm coming from an Eagles girl. I'm not.
I think Chicago's going to start slow.
Win because I think this year, the way we should be looking at it, or at least the way my stinky brain is looking at it, for the past, it has felt like 3 years, the only option to throw the ball is CeeDee Lamb.
Now
you go into the Bears. Jalen Johnson is probably going to be following CeeDee Lamb. Now you have an arguable 1B in George Pickens. And I still don't believe in Caleb Williams.
You know what I think we will be betting on collectively as a team this year? George Pickens' longest receptions.
Love that.
Constantly.
Just say the word and I'm in.
You know what I also love is George Pickens, whatever his line is for the first quarter.
You know what I also love?
One deep ball.
Micah Parsons coming back into Dallas and getting freaking spanked.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
All right, so we're 2. Yeah. They lose this game versus the Packers. Mr. Cheesehead himself? Really? Really?
There's something fishy
All right, so
about the entire organization hating one guy. Sunday Night Football, everyone's only talking about Micah. I think it's just something. I just see Dak. I see a beautiful Dak game. The defense comes to play. Jerry Jones throws his on the floor and basically says, "See, I didn't need him." It's a feeling. It's a feeling. I don't know. I'll pull the Ken's card. If you say it's the Packers, I am not going to argue. I love the Packers, but something feels fishy about that game.
I actually love what you just said there. I think we give Ken's a Ken's card every time we do something because I think she's
we need
smarter
Ken's
than
cards,
both
by
of us
the way.
put together. So you get like 3 Ken's cards for every schedule.
We're going to need to have Ken's cards made.
I'm not going to use the Ken's card in this moment.
Okay.
I'll let us have this. All right, so they're 3-2.
Yeah. Striker, are you back there, by the way? Can you double check our facts?
3-1.
2 of us are really bad at math.
We're 3-1 right now. All right.
Ken knows math. We don't. Collectively, we may get half of what Ken
But so hear me out.
3-1 onto the Jets.
Hear me out, though.
No.
That's a big Sunday night game.
Oh, bounce back. Oh, but it depends.
No, that's a big Sunday night game. You win. You go, if I can, the Jets are 0-6 at this point. If I can.
Bounce back letdown.
Games.
That's what I'm saying. It's a letdown.
This is a bounce back letdown.
Now they're going to spank.
Yeah, that's just 4-1.
Yep, 4-1.
Just moving
I
on.
can't believe the Cowboys 4-1. All right, we go to the Panthers. Are we really about to make this team 5-1?
I think they lose in Carolina.
Do you?
What are we doing here?
Well, let's just do this because Vegas clearly said it at 6.5, which just seems crazy low to all of us.
So we got to
That's
give them a
telling me
spot.
that there's going to be some very weird losses for this Cowboys.
Well, I think that's 2 in a row coming up.
I think so too.
Let's give them a win.
Give them a win versus the
Carolina.
Panthers.
By the way, Regal Data revenge game. Just saying.
I think they
You're a betting man.
lose both those. Commanders, Broncos, loss.
Week 6 loss. Oh no, week 7 Commanders loss. Week 8 at Broncos loss.
Week 9, low-key could see this being a loss.
I could too, just because Kyler Murray's so weird. But I don't think
So
they're
weird.
there yet because I think you win that game, go into the bye,
I'm gonna get comfortable here because I feel like we're
beat the Raiders on Monday night, beat the Eagles, lose to the Chiefs.
Everyone say it on 3.
About
Week
the
9
Lions?
versus the Cardinals.
We're back at week 9?
Wait, did we say the Cardinals yet?
I don't know. Mikey's just been ripping through the schedule.
okay.
Oh, I didn't,
All right,
dude.
well,
I was
just
literally,
going through my head.
I was only looking at week 9 trying to decide, and you were just going forward. You're at week
I mean, they're
14.
beating the Cardinals, dude. What are we doing here?
Okay.
I was getting that weird
I was
Your
getting
tummy feeling.
yeah,
Last time Kyler Murray played on Monday night,
the plum feeling.
knee.
Okay, week 9 they win against the Cardinals. Yes,
All right, Striker, where are we headed into the bye?
6
and 3.
We're already at the total.
They might lose the bye. One of the few times where a team loses.
Yeah,
buys.
bad practice week.
Yeah.
I could see it in Dallas.
for sure.
Because you got the Raiders. You're not worried about them.
But that's when you lose.
The Raiders win that game.
Correct.
Good for us.
Take the mic.
Gino, I think the Raiders are better than people
Win
think.
those 6.5. We need some losses on here, Mike.
The Raiders are better than I think.
I'm in.
There it is. Here's
6
the
and
spot.
4 after week 11.
Bounce back meets letdown.
6 and 5 Eagles loss.
Oh,
I thought we were splitting.
I thought we were splitsies.
Oh, I thought. Did we have them lose?
We had them losing week 1.
Oh, all right. They beat the Eagles at home.
Yeah.
I can't believe we just
I
said
love
that.
this. Here's a stretch. Oh my
wow,
God.
talk about a gauntlet. 13 through 16.
Also, thanks.
17.
Love the thanks up there. Just looks good. All right, let's rip. Week 13 versus the Chiefs. Thursday Night Football.
Loss.
Loss.
Guys.
Loss.
Adam.
Loss.
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 Stop tapping your coffee. It's a loss.
Okay.
Loss. Because then I think you beat the Lions.
Okay.
We're
And
back.
then I think you beat the Vikings.
Wait, can we pause for a second? Chiefs, Cowboys on Thanksgiving just clicked. That's fun.
Yeah, that rocks.
Oh, that is nice. I do like that.
On CBS too, if you were wondering.
Nice plug.
Yep, like that one.
Confirmed sponsor.
Tony Romo will be coming on the podcast. Not.
I think you beat the Lions. I think you beat the Vikings.
I don't think you win both those.
Yeah, you don't win both those.
You pick one, Mikey.
So who do you lose?
You pick one.
You lose to the Chiefs.
Beat the Lions, lose to the Vikings.
I think you lose to the Vikings Sunday Night Football.
Yes.
That's when JJ's cooking.
Foot down, they're losing to the Chargers. You think this is a Chargers win?
I don't give a shit which one's which. They're not beating the Lions and Vikings in primetime back-to-back. We just got to know that this is a 1-1 situation. You guys can pick which one.
I think they beat the Chargers because they're at home. I don't know, man. I don't know.
You are not.
I bet on talent. And on the outside, I bet on the wide receiver duo.
Though.
You're going to need Keenan Allen and Ladd McConkey to take over.
Don't shit on Ladd.
Okay? You're going to need Keenan Allen to take over.
Thank you.
I do think they could win both those games.
This is a primetime. Quentin Johnson drops 2 touchdowns in the end zone.
Any football team back-to-back primetime games with tight spreads, I'm saying you're not going to now.
No, yeah. So which one are you taking?
I don't care.
I'm still confused at what the record is.
I think they
Striker?
beat the Lions.
Oh, we got to get going.
I think you beat the Lions, lose to the Vikings, beat the Chargers. So that's a win, loss, win.
Win, loss, win.
So you go 1-1 in those prime times, like
Yep.
you said.
Thank you.
Then you have Commanders.
On Christmas. Who?
They got to win one holiday
At-
game. It's America's team.
Dak just always, I feel, just poops down his leg.
At Washington. I don't know. This is a rainy. It's very wet. I could see the weather being horrible.
Unders
Unders.
everywhere.
Give me the Bill Nye Science Guy anytime touchdown score game. I'm going with the Commanders on this one. Wow, Vegas knows. Oh, actually, no, we're at 7.
No, I
We're
We're
think-
already on
think
this
you-
over.
Yeah, we're
No,
good.
yeah, we already hit the over. I think
We
you-
could alt the plus. We could alt the over 7.5 for plus chicken.
I like plus chicken.
Well, so
Is it dark
are
meat
they
or white
winning
meat?
out?
By the way, quickly, dark meat or white meat?
Are they winning out? White meat.
Love a good drumstick.
I'm not in on that.
Are they winning out?
They're winning out. Chargers.
Beat Commanders. Beat
Oh no, I think they lose to the commies, and I think they beat the Giants personally.
Yeah, I'm in on that.
which brings
At
our
the
win total
commies.
to
9 and 8.
9.
Nine
exactly
and
what you said.
8.
Isn't it?
I said 8.
I hate that.
8 and 9. I mean, regardless, we are well over 6.5.
My
I
ankles.
do fear that we have taken overs on basically every win total schedule we've gone through.
Well, that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's exactly what we
Unders
do.
are for
actually.
losers.
I think the Cowboys are going to be a much better team than I think we're potentially giving them credit for.
Sure. Mikey, you have
I
a
was
tier
about to
list.
say, and I did rank
Yeah,
all the NFL teams this year. If you guys would like to go through them,
Please.
I'm itching to argue.
So I took every NFL team carefully, thoughtfully, plugged them into my model,
Yes.
and it spit out where they rank in the NFL this year. And I'd love to go through my NFL tier rank, so that's okay with you.
Please.
We're going to start with just did it, the Eagles.
Congratulations, by the
I
way.
feel
Go
like you
Birds,
can't- yeah,
let's hear
I feel like you can't start the list off with anyone else other than the team that just did it. Unfortunately, The team right below them has Pat Mahomes.
Right.
That is also fair.
And that's why the Chiefs are going to be the second best team in the NFL. Now the categories are going to get a little bit interesting here.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can see
so just
that.
follow me. Then I have the category of you're very good. Unfortunately,
You
you're going to
have
have to play Pat Mahomes.
Yes.
Right. Which leaves us with the
Oh.
Broncos, Chargers, Texans, Ravens.
Problem.
Hate that for them.
Yes.
The Houston Texans.
Yes.
You think they are one of the elites among the AFC?
I just think they have the best chance of winning that division and potentially making the playoffs, and then they're going to have to play Patrick Mahomes.
So just hypothetically speaking, there is a player in the NFL that got married this offseason. They constantly struggle against the tier that's above them, but they don't belong in this tier, just out of curiosity.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about the Bills.
Yeah, that's the next one, which is the jug machine.
Okay.
Can
They're just
you-
catching
can you
balls.
elaborate?
I actually realized I just botched this entire tier ranking. I thought Dawson Knox was Mark Andrews. Those are supposed to be flipped. So the Ravens are supposed to be into the jug machine because Mark Andrews dropped the ball. Bills are supposed to have to play Pat Mahomes.
And that's the segment.
All right, well, we can use our imagination.
Just want to. That's where my brain's at.
Okay.
That's where my brain's
Don't worry.
at.
That's what my brain feels like right now with this in my ear.
Yeah, so let's move. Let's get weird. I think these are all teams that could get weird.
Okay.
And by getting weird, I mean let's make the playoffs and see what happens.
Yeah.
What do we think about this tier? Someone point out one team that you don't think.
I notice it's the entire NFC.
It is the entire,
Like, for what it's worth,
the entire NFC.
the whole NFC can get weird.
No, it's the entire NFC. Do you not think the NFC could get weird?
I do, but I think, it's valid. I was going to say
The only
put them
reason I
up, but
put
they
the
don't have to play Pat
Niners-
Mahomes till the Super Bowl.
The only reason I put the Niners there is easier schedule.
Easy
Or else
schedule.
I'd
I
have
love it.
them
I was
much,
gonna
much
say,
lower.
I think the Niners are not good, but I think their schedule can definitely bump them up a bit. But
Was the let's
I
get
don't think there's
weird?
anything weird about it. They're just bad.
You think so?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to get the CMC we all hope and dream
Don't
of.
say that. I drafted him.
That was dumb.
No, what do you mean? I was at 7. I liked where we're at.
Easy schedule though. Do you think they might be ahead a lot of those games? So they might not. They might be able to.
Can I rebuttal
Don't-
that CMC take though?
Sure.
Because I feel like getting Brian Robinson is actually beneficial for Christian McCaffrey, where they don't have to rely on him so much, and where they can use
It
more of a
wasn't
power
like
back.
He would when he went out, they went from 4.6 yards per carry to 4.3.
Yeah, can't dispute that one.
It wasn't this crazy
But
situation.
But the scheme wasn't conducive to his success. Good word, by the way.
I like that you threw that in there.
And then you don't have Debo, and I'm not saying Debo was moving the needle, but he was certainly taking a lot of defensive attention that helped CMC look awesome.
I just
I
think
don't
we
know, I
saw a
love-
Commanders team that had a really easy schedule, correct, last year?
No, I saw. Well, yes, and they played some horrible quarterbacks.
The Niners might be in a similar.
What's your next tier?
I see the vision. So we're not stiff at the playoffs, but I see the vision. I see what you're building.
Yeah.
Do you have
I see the vision of what you're doing over there. I see the vision with Jackson Dart and possibly one of the best pass rushers in New York. I see the vision with the Jaguars. I know we're
ETJ.
really high on them. I know we are. That's one of those I got to see it.
It appears you have 20/20 vision for the first team at I See the Vision.
The Minnesota Vikings.
Uh-huh.
I just need to see it first with JJ McCarthy before I think they get weird.
That to me, I don't hate it. The Vikings are a team, in my opinion, that can go from I see the vision to
Let's get weird.
let's get
Higher.
weird. I wish there was something else in the NFC. Right now, it's only the AFC got to go up against Patrick Mahomes. That's what I want.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
The Vikings are the let's get weird category, in my opinion. But I like it.
next one is just not good.
Yeah, that
You're
makes
just not
sense.
good. You're
Yeah.
not good. In my opinion, you're not good.
Ooh,
Yet
that's
for the Falcons.
tough.
I think the
know you're
Seahawks are good at football.
The Falcons. Wait, guys, that's what we're picking out. The Bengals.
So do you want me
Come
to
on.
walk through each team? Should I walk through each team?
Please.
Drake May, haven't seen it yet.
So you need to see the vision.
Sam Darnold without Kevin O'Connell, I think is going to struggle in Seattle.
I'm
I
so in on
seriously
Mike
do.
McDonald. I'm so in on Mike McDonald.
I'm
I'm
in
so
on
in
all-
on the Seahawks defense.
I'm in on the whole NFL just having more than 7 wins. Even though it's impossible, I'm just so in on the fact.
I think we forget that when we go through the win totals, we're like,
Somebody
yeah,
they don't add up. It's like win. You get a win. You get a win. You get a win.
We've picked full divisions and we've taken overs on every team.
That is true.
Well, we're the underachievers. That's why.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
The Falcons, I don't think you're good yet. You're not good yet because
Ooh.
Michael Penix still has a lot to show me, and You want to give the ball to Bijan a lot. Unfortunately, I think they're going to be behind the 8 ball in a lot of games, and you're going to have to find ways to use Bijan that isn't just handing the ball off and getting 2 or 3 yards.
I see your vision. I disagree with the vision. I have bad vision, but because I literally can't see what it says on the writings. But
bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
The
But
last one, I'm going to look into the camera and say this. I think the Cincinnati Bengals are not good. I think you have one of the best offenses in the league, but unfortunately, you have to play both sides of the ball.
Correct.
And if Joe Burrow doesn't score 50-plus points a game,
It has to be 50.
this Bengals team could go winless.
have I ever told you guys I'm from the future?
Oh, that's cool.
Love that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw what happened week 1 for the Bengals. I don't know if you guys care.
Oh, what happened?
It's here.
They play the team with multiple quarterbacks, Cleveland Browns. Shootout,
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns equal out. Thoughts, comments, concerns?
I mean, the Bengals, if any quarterback can just move the ball, they're going to beat the Bengals.
I don't know what I'm feeling.
I'm going to keep betting the Bengals to miss the playoffs until I'm told not to. Because
Yeah,
it
you've made
keeps
money
winning.
on that.
Then we have my next category, which is allergic to the playoffs. You're just allergic.
I
You
hope we're first. And I haven't looked at the graphic yet. Are the Dolphins first?
the Dolphins are first,
See, exactly. Your brain goes right there.
followed by the New York Jets,
Yeah.
followed by the Tennessee Titans,
Tap me up, my boy.
followed by the Raiders, followed by the Bears. You're just allergic to the playoffs. Allergic.
Could I put a apostrophe next to the Dolphins? Because I think we can sneak in, but we're allergic to winning
I believe
a playoff
asterisk.
game. Is that what it is? Apostrophe?
Correct.
Yeah. Is it asterisk or asterisk?
Asterisk.
Spelled asterisk.
Asterisks. How do you spell it? Can we look that up?
You ready for this? Asterics.
Ooh, I thought it was asterisk.
It is K.
Bang at the buzzer. That's what I'm saying. Is it asterisk? At what is that risk?
Asterisk
That just
is
blew
how
my
I
mind.
say it. Is that wrong?
I don't know how to say it.
Asterisk.
Asterisk.
Apostrophe. The dog.
Continue your sentence.
Sorry.
No, I had more. I had
What's
more
that say?
tears, and one of them was can't win a playoff game, and you guys had your own. But I had to.
Cut that down. Arch Manning, congratulations. Cleveland.
last year was
New
Arch
Orleans.
Manning. The last year is just Arch Manning. It's just all the really bad teams, and then Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. That's congrats.
Yeah, so these are when you have Daniel Jones as your quarterback, just as good as having Arch Manning. When you have 3 quarterbacks, you have none, just as good as Arch Manning. New Orleans Saints. I mean, that might be the worst roster on paper. And then I just hate Aaron Rodgers, so I wanted to throw him out.
No issues there. No issues. A couple issues, but no issues with Aaron Rodgers.
Other than the Bills and Ravens, my brain being really dumb. How do we feel about the tier list?
Bad.
Really bad, huh?
It's not that it's bad. It's that that NFC, I can't stop looking at how weird we're getting. Because here's it. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the division. They're sneaky. If they
probably will win the division.
they probably win the division. The Falcons could also. But if they don't lose to the Commanders, like those last drives, right? It was the last drive, I think it was.
in the playoffs?
Yeah, in the first round. Wasn't it like the last drive the Commanders to kick the field goal? Whatever.
So here's my thing. Going
Okay.
through the Let's Get Weird. I think the Buccaneers have a chance to win it all. The Rams, if Matt Stafford's elbow and back hold up, they could get weird. The Packers, now that you have Micah Parsons,
Already weird.
you really hard
We're always
division,
weird.
really could get weird. I think the Cowboys, you're not good enough to say you're a contender, but you're in a division where the team next year in the tier list could also win your division. And I think that's the epitome of getting weird. The Lions, I think, could go from first to worst in their division with how much they lost in the coaching rooms.
First to third.
Genuinely. First to third. And then I think the only reason the Niners are in there is they have an easy schedule. So when you look at the NFC the way I was looking at it, which could be the epitome of not having any brain cells, I think that makes sense because I think the NFC is so open. And then the AFC, you have to play Pat Mahomes.
I really like the have to play Pat Mahomes list
Also,
because that's just a tundra that they'll be put in for the rest of their life.
I think this might be the year the Bills get over the hump and beat Pat Mahomes.
Well, they're supposed to be in the play Pat Mahomes.
I've seen this movie.
I've seen it too, but sometimes you watch a movie
I agree.
long enough, you see it differently. You're like, that was a good shot. Or I didn't notice that. Easter eggs.
I unfortunately am behind you in that statement.
I think when I look at first of all, I think the Texans are misplaced, in my opinion. I think there's a better chance of the Jags winning the division than there is of the Texans being in the category of having to play Pat Mahomes to go to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. You got worse on the offensive line. Now, granted, they were bad last year. They were really bad. They were bottom 5. But You're bringing new pieces. We don't know what that's going to be. Tank Dell out for the season. You add in Jalen Noel. You add in Jaden Higgins, Christian Kirk. We just don't know what it's going to be. Joe Mixon might not even play this year. Don't know what that's going to be. Damian Pierce, Nick Chubb, and Woody Marks is your running back room, which, dare I say, I absolutely love Damian Pierce in fantasy this year. But then you kind of look at it and you're like, okay, who are the other teams in the AFC? It's Buffalo and Baltimore. It's just what it comes down to. Denver can be frisky. LA can be frisky. But I look at the best thing for the Kansas City Chiefs will be that Buffalo and Baltimore play each other and duke it out, and then Kansas City can just take one out.
I think I also could have just made a tier list of just did it, Pat Mahomes, and then all the rest, because I think the Eagles are just going to end up playing the Chiefs again.
Well said.
Speaking of the Eagles.
Yeah.
Big game on Thursday. I can't wait, and I'm waiting till Thursday to just open up my sports book. Find that anytime Jalen Hurts touchdown.
It's a little pushy.
Just a little tush push to start the year. And then we're all going to sit here, hold hands, and watch this together on Thursday night as they line up for the tush push.
I don't know if that's happening Thursday night.
Why not?
I don't think we're live Thursday night, are we? I don't think we're live. I'm going to be on a flight. I'm going to be texting you guys, but I'm going to be on a flight. I'm going to Italy.
All right, we'll fix that in post. But
no, we won't. We don't. No. Thursday afternoon, we will talk about it, though.
So we're going to talk about that game, obviously, more Thursday afternoon. However, I'm going to do what you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
What? Open up the sports book and go, I'm going to click CeeDee Lamb. I'm going to click CeeDee Lamb.
I want you to scroll
Touchdown.
just a tad more. You won't have to because Hard Rock's interface a little bit different, but
Not a sponsor.
no free ads. Can you see Jake Ferguson scoring?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this game
Don't
goes
hate that.
over. I'm taking the Cowboys spread.
Wow.
Can we, before we even talk betting, Kenz, I want your thoughts. You're the Eagles fan here.
My thoughts.
What are the Philadelphia Eagles actually doing in 2025 from an Eagles fan?
As far as teams coming off a Super Bowl, I feel a lot better this year than I have after their first Super Bowl win, after they got heartbroken by the Chiefs, after that Super Bowl. I just don't see the holes. I don't see holes.
Good movie.
It's a really good movie.
Zero.
But like genuinely. I mean, we lost Jason Kelsey and our offensive line got better.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Like, that's a Hall of Famer. They're just loaded. The minute they started just drafting SEC players,
No
got
Darius
really
Slay.
good.
I'm not, well, Darius is kind
Didn't
of
bring back CJ, correct?
Yeah. The only thing that will stop the Philadelphia Eagles from going back to the Super Bowl, in my opinion, will be injuries. Because top to bottom, I still think they have the best roster in the NFL. There's just too much talent. And at the end of the day, talent is everything in the NFL. Now, coaching is obviously very important. I've had this argument many times. What is the percentage of talent to coaching in the NFL? But when you have the Eagles and you have a team that's bought into Sirianni and obviously winning, I can't unsee the Philadelphia Eagles going back to the Super Bowl if they stay healthy. The healthiest team is the team that goes to the Super Bowl, regardless of what you want. Obviously, you have to be in that upper echelon, but I can't unsee it. But if it's not, I see the Packers.
Can I isolate ourselves back into touchdown bets?
Yep,
Just one more, just for kicks.
ADD.
No,
AJ?
please.
Plus 165.
Ooh.
But
He scored a touchdown in over 50% of their home games.
Also, I kind of like it because he hasn't really been practicing because of the hamstring.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
I could have just read that on Twitter, but I know he's got a hamstring injury. What about Saquon? We're just going to ignore Saquon?
He's a little juicy. I think he's minus 165, but I'm still in. A little parlay.
Grant Calcaterra.
Just start throwing names out.
that is a name. Yes.
I could
That
see
is
it.
a name.
I could see it.
Listen, I think with these games, you're always going to get something weird. If I'm betting
I'm going
the
Jake Ferguson if we're going weird.
Okay.
Yes!
I like Jake Ferguson weird. I
The fiance.
also don't hate if we're getting really, really weird.
Say it.
Someone that I think is going to have the job by the end of week 2 or 3 is Jaden Blue.
I was going to say the color of our chairs.
I think Jaden Blue on Dallas is going to have that job by the end of week 2.
He's all the way down there. I don't know if he's going to play enough. I would say Miles Sanders is a sneaky one on week 1. It's going to be Javonte and Miles Sanders in week 1.
The fact that they have the same odds is telling me that Jaden Blue is already that number 2.
It's possible.
I have to let you guys in on a little secret that you're going to think is really disgusting that I keep betting on this, but I do, and I win on it. we bet on Kenny Gainwell rushing yards in this room.
Okay.
And sometimes we
I can
bet
do
on
that.
Kenny
I
Gainwell
love that.
touchdowns.
Notice how we both sat up for a second?
But one
Tell me
thing
more.
we will do in this room is bet on RB2s,
Are you concerned about Will Shipley?
not in this specific game.
Just confirming.
Not yet.
We talked
Later in the season, maybe.
we talked a little bit about this game when we were brushing over the Cowboys schedule. Can we go a little bit more granular of actually talking about the Cowboys-Eagles game on Thursday night? Like, what are the realistic chances that the Cowboys can equal out?
I think it's
It's
very
not
real.
unrealistic by any means.
Can you
just-
chat GPT what Dak's record is at the link?
Sure thing.
'Cause I feel like that's an interesting.
I think we
don't-
see an over. I think we see, you know what I think we see? First half under, second half live bet over.
I think
That's what I think we see.
What is the first half under?
the way you beat the Eagles is attack the secondary. And I think the way the Cowboys approach this offseason is building a team that can attack that secondary now.
Yeah.
That's not just CeeDee Lamb or Jake Ferguson underneath and some random amalgamations of wide receivers that are either really fast or can run a really good slant. I think the way you beat the Eagles is you attack the secondary, and the Cowboys have built this offense to attack that secondary. And I think the Eagles are going to struggle in this game with that wide receiver duo. I really do.
Dak Prescott is 3-3 in the link.
Not as good as I thought it was going to be.
He is 9-4 overall.
Against the Eagles.
Apparently.
I think you
That
take the
doesn't-
Cowboys. I know Ken's a big Eagles girl.
Listen,
And I'm not saying this like for it to be a personal attack. I just think you take those points if you can get them, because the weakest thing the Eagles have is their secondary. The strongest thing the Cowboys have is their wide receivers.
I also am
I
just.
do like that it's 7.5.
That's a lot of points.
You got to
lot
hit
of-
that's a
7.
lot
I'm
of
just
points.
saying, like, that's
A
a
lot of
key
points.
number.
That is a key
If we
number.
get under 6.5, I'm not in.
I agree.
What do you
I'm not
see?
in regardless personally, but I respect a plus 7.5 from the peanut gallery.
What do you see more? Friday morning we wake up and national media is being dominated by the
Nick
idea
Sirianni's
that
fired.
either Nick Sirianni being fired, the Eagles are not running it back, they're not going to the Super Bowl, or you have Jerry Jones needs to, because this is why they needed Micah. This, like, what do you see more of? You wake up in the morning, it's fire Nick Sirianni, or it's all in on how bad the Cowboys are.
It's normally, I feel like for sports betting, buy the bad news. The bad news is they just traded away Micah Parsons, so they're going to be horrible. And then the Cowboys somehow come out, look great, and go, oh, you didn't need Micah Parsons.
It's why I think the Cowboys could win. If I'm a betting man, I'm going the Eagles. My whole narrative.
If I'm a betting girl, I'm going Cowboys with a plus 7.5.
Oh, well, 7. I don't take points. I just go, who wins?
All right.
My whole narrative this NFL season is when someone's going one way, I'm going the opposite. It's a feeling. I have it with the Dolphins this year. It's the same thing with the Cowboys. Everyone is negative Cowboys. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to go win the division. But I, to your point, think they're a better team than 6.5 wins. They're a better team than, oh my God, we traded away Micah Parsons. We're going to be horrible. Everyone is saying they're going to go right. I think they can go left. I feel like what we did in our schedule predictions, 9-8 is like right around where it would. And if they happen to have 10 wins, I wouldn't sit here and be like, oh my God, I'm shocked.
The biggest thing I've taken away from this hour,
Is that we don't know anything?
I totally think the Cowboys are going over 6.5 wins.
Yeah.
I think that might be the best bet of.
Like that might
Besides
be a
Dolphins,
new
7.5.
favorite.
Yeah, except Dolphins.
I think that might be my favorite actually.
Cowboys 6.5?
I just can't believe it's that low. And it is juiced. So you go, okay.
As a
Real numbers probably
we could take the 7.5 for plus money.
Yeah.
I think you could take the 8.5. Some of those games could go left, right. Either way, though, we're obviously going to talk about this game more on Thursday.
Yeah. What about a game tonight?
Thursday game tonight. Bill Belichick returning to the
Mr.
football
Bill.
field.
Mhm.
I'm just going to fade him. I hate him. It's like the devil being back on the sideline again for me. Just as a Jets fan, just give me TCU minus 3.5. Sonny Dykes going up against Bill Belichick's first year as UNC's head coach with a quarterback that is literally my height. Yeah, I'll take Josh.
Any thoughts to him and Jordan, his girlfriend, trademarking Gold Digger?
Trademarking.
Yeah.
She might be
They're starting a
on-
line of jewelry, and they're using the word Gold Digger.
That is insane.
She might be on the sidelines with a headset on.
I think she'll have a clipboard. That's a
If she, how is there no
There
one
will
in
be
Bill's
a-
circle that can put him in his place? This is
Guys,
insane.
I really think she's gonna have a clipboard. I don't know what's gonna be on it. It might be nothing, but there will be a pen and a clipboard in that woman's hands
If
tonight.
she shows up with a pen and clipboard or anything related to being a coach, I will literally do whatever the top comment says on the episode. Well, in reason, on Sunday night's episode. Like, and that would be because I just will be so flabbergasted and shocked. I will show up to Sunday night's live stream wearing whatever. I will do whatever. I am just so, I would be so upset that a head coach like Bill Belichick has been taken hostage by this woman.
I don't know if he feels like he's a hostage. I think he's.
Well, sometimes there's Stockholm syndrome.
I
You ever
think
heard of
he's
that
in
one?
love.
I think he's having.
I'm happy for him.
I think he's having a good time.
Have you ever heard of Stockholm
I
syndrome?
don't think he's.
Have you ever heard of Stockholm syndrome?
Dude, listen, he's like an
Yes,
old
no.
dude. Either way, he's back on the sideline. I hate Bill Belichick, and now I get a chance to fade him in his first year as a college football head coach. Yeah, give me.
I'm gonna just go with this under.
What
I
is
don't
it?
hate that either. 54 and a half.
Ah, yes, there it is. There it is. And there it is.
Mhm.
54 and a half. TCU minus 3.5.
I like it. I also think Eric McAllister scores for TCU.
Also, most of these like primetime games have been unders except Miami.
You're telling
First
me.
half under. Hit that one last night. Sorry.
Wow.
It's like,
I am so in on the first half under, second half live bet overs in these games that start slow. And I've
For
had a
sure.
lot of success.
Also, I did. I think an interesting way to look at college football now that I've lost almost every over bet that I've taken this weekend is it is much harder to actually put into play an offensive scheme than it is to learn simple defensive schemes for college kids. So that's why a lot of these games are going under.
but you also said when we were talking about it before, it's like they're not going to roll out
The
like
whole playbook.
the whole
Yeah.
playbook in
'Cause
week
they
one.
probably don't know the whole playbook.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. If I was a quarterback and they said, hey, we need you to learn the playbook,
I wouldn't.
I couldn't even get a tier ranking right.
yeah.
Now you're going to throw 300 plus offensive
Yeah.
plays at me? Nope.
I will say, though, if I had to be a player, I'd probably be the player that ripped the chain off the Ole Miss guy in pregame
What an idiot.
last weekend.
What
I
an
know we
idiot.
don't have that video pulled up, but that
That was bad.
seems like a jackass move that I would do. I would do that.
Tyler Scott didn't even end up playing. But that is the first episode of the Underachievers.
Oh,
Oh, look at
that's
us.
it?
Time
Mondays
flies.
and Thursdays.
that's it?
Same place.
I was just starting to learn the IFB.
I know, yeah. But Mondays and Thursdays, we are going to be doing live streams for primetime games in the NFL
And Sunday.
and Sundays. So
Glad you know the schedule.
stay tuned.
So our first, we're gonna do it. What? Hold on. Let's talk this out on air right now. Let's let people see how dumb us two are and smart Ken's is. We're doing we have a Thursday episode, correct?
Thursday episode.
Correct.
That'll be the second episode. Then we go Sunday Night Football, first live stream.
Yes. That's
Ravens,
when we go
Bills.
live.
Yep.
In the teams that have to go up against Patrick Mahomes.
One of them should have been in the jug machine category, but
And then Monday.
Live stream?
I think so. I don't know. We're going on the fly here. I don't know.
yeah, you guys are going to learn as we're learning.
Yeah.
But we're going to be live. We're going to be doing a
Communication
show.
will be out there once we communicate.
Yeah.
Monday, Thursday show, though. So
Monday,
Yeah.
Thursday.
This was a
something like that.
great first episode. Clap it up.
Cheers,
Clap
boys.
it up. Clap it up. Here we go.
It's going to be a hell of a season.
Well,
And cue the first comment. Take the mics away.
yep. Not everyone needs a mic. All right. We'll see you Thursday. Love you.
Love you.
Peace.